I spent the past 2 weeks putting together this massive database of agency and B2B viral LinkedIn lead magnet giveaways that have in total accumulated over 60,000 B2B leads. And I've grouped them across all types of agency and B2B services and made sure to give the exact post as well as the creative that has actually resulted in those leads. So if you are an agency or a B2B service and you want to get quality leads in the B2B space on LinkedIn, then this video is for you. So if you want this database, just click on the link or the button below this video and you will get access to this page here. What's included in this database? First of all, we have here sorted by the type of agency and B2B businesses on the left, for example, CRO agencies, and you can then visually see the type of posts and creatives that they have given away, the type of lead magnets, including the post. So for example, if we go in here and we open this one in here, you will immediately see what was the giveaway that this person has given away, the post that they wrote, the exact structure of it, as well as the giveaway itself. So the board that they've used to showcase the lead magnet. And then how many comments it got, quite a lot. And then also we took like a formatting out of this, so a structure you can use yourself for your next lead magnets, to use them yourself and replicate them for your industry. So let's get straight into it. We have here the categorization, so you can look exactly what type of agency or B2B service you have. For example, CRO agency, creative agency, D2C agency, focusing more on e-com with several services, Google Ads agency, Legion agencies more, if you're targeting SaaS or local businesses, or you're targeting in general founders on LinkedIn. We have several examples for each for Meta Ads specifically as well. So there's tons of them in here. And then within each category, you have what is the type of resource that they've used, whiteboard, PDF, Google Sheets, a lot of AI systems nowadays as well. And then on top, the level of engagement. We have a lot of them included that got over 1,000 comments, so nothing really small in there, all more viral type of lead magnets here. Then itself, what creative was being used in the giveaway? Was it a GIF, an image, or a video? So I can show you an example here. If you come in here, this guy has written a post here, and then inside there, he is actually giving a video where he shows the resource. So that's very interesting how he did it here. And then additionally, you have other examples where people are just, doing simple images, for example, right? So you can just click in here and then you see exactly the post, really nicely written, good formatting. You can see that as well. And then here, nice picture of the breakdown of the funnels. Also a lot of good comments. Then at the end, we also included what is the target audience. Sometimes it's wider e-com, sometimes it's even SaaS, sometimes it's other things, like for example, very often we have also consultants or other agencies that can be targeted, or local businesses. So you can target and then look specifically for yourself what is the type of audience you're trying to attract. So let's go into a few and check out so we can see what is performing best right now on LinkedIn to get leads. The first one we see a lot working very well is, of course, funnel breakdowns. So for example, specifically if you're targeting e-com and you're breaking down funnels of, well-known companies and well-known brands, that usually works very well. So if you come here, for example, you can specifically see the hook. Discovered a company that grew from 0 to 500 million in 5 years. And the copy, if you look at this, is also very nice. In the beginning, you will always see short, straight to the point. Immediately before the read more, you will have a big outcome that has been achieved, or something curiosity driven, not too long very often. These work very well, or just some impressive outcome. And then from there, you see the post is quite short here, and the formatting is really nicely aesthetically pleasing. And then you can see here the overview. So what we see a lot is very nicely written post, very short. And then additionally, of course, you want to have some form of visually appealing creative. So it needs to grab attention and it needs to scream value. And usually we see mirror boards, visual breakdowns, tables that have some color and some visual overview are perfect, because it directly shows, wow, there's work behind this, there's detail, this will be valuable if I'm going to get this. Right, so this is the combination that we see the best. And here we basically put in here for you some form of a structure you can then replicate for yourself. The other type of giveaway that performs super well is anything related to AI workflows or AI agents, especially if you combine it with creative production right now. So this one is, for example, an AI workflow that helps you recreate any video ad script or static ad brief instantly. And so basically very short copy. But here the main thing is actually the video that grabs most attention, right? It's just I built an AI workflow, so nothing crazy in the writing, but the value if you come in here is simply in the video. You know, there's a super nice video. Again, think about it. It's a visual overview. It's a chart that showcases value here for 18 seconds, and then there's over 1,000 comments. Very simple. So AI tools work also super well in combination with charts and overviews. Another example I want to show you is what still can work is checklists or calculators. So if we look here at the Google Ads, for example, specifically here, this one, Google Ads Guide, Google Sheet, checklist, or custom scripts. So these things can still work very well. If you come in here, very nicely written copy, good formatting, short. And then also here you can still see it looks like value, you know, so you have like calculators, copy builder. So it looks like a lot of value, and they show basically Google Sheets and either a single Google Sheet or put it together as a collage. Working super well as well. Another thing that's interesting is, of course, instead of AI workflows, custom GPTs is still interesting, because this one is like, you know, I generated 500 million with Google Ads and now I turned it into a custom GPT. You know, very interesting hook, impressive outcome, and now the ease of something for you that you can get. Then there's some breakthrough from this breakdown, and then here is a video or a picture at least of the GPT itself, you know, and then again, the format and the structure you can replicate. Here's another one. Ollie Hudson does a lot of good ones as well on LinkedIn. And what is very interesting is the tendency we see there a lot is it's either a super interesting looking system or screenshot of something, like, you know, how they do creatives, for example, and how they break it down, models behind that, for example. Looks very interesting, looks very B2B, looks very knowledgeable, works very well for other agencies opting in, or also businesses that want to break this down or have in-house teams. And then this one, as well as obviously giving away ideas for ads. So not only the frameworks, but entire copy-paste libraries as well. This would be an example of something like this, an ad swipe file menu, you know, ad formats, inspiration, and it's a playbook. And basically in there, you know, you have, for example, here a video that showcases a table, and then there's example ads inside that for inspiration. So this we have seen working super well, where you have scroll throughs where you show entire ads, Canva templates, or even tables like this. A perfect example of longest running top performing ads from the biggest brands. And then literally just giving away a free swipe file that showcases the top ads. And the cool thing is you always see it. Either you make a picture where it showcases, wow, there's so many ads that look super valuable here, or you make a scroll through where you scroll with the video and showcase all the ads like in Canva templates. That can also work super well. So again, we see the tendency, value is in there, visually attention grabbing, colorful because of the ads or because of the flow chart, and that way it's valuable and colorful and attention grabbing at the same time, and also a little bit out of the ordinary, you know. And that is, if you see that, this is usually what gets attention and can help you perform well. And what I mean by that with short hooks is something like this, you know, it's like always in the first lines, how much time was spent on this, the effort in there, and the outcome. You know, I breaking down a funnel worth 1.5 billion. You know, it's always the same. It's always like, here, I spent 2 weeks breaking this down. And then here, I spent this breaking this down. They all performed very well, you know. And here we spent on this and the craziest part. So it's always effort or crazy outcome. And here, same thing as well. And here as well. So, you know, I spent this breaking down the funnel. So impressive outcome because it's a well-known company. So do you understand? And that's why we put together like these formattings for you that you can use to make sure that the copy itself looks dialed in. It's very important. Copywriting, impressive outcome. Obviously, what you need to pay attention, you cannot just copy this, because if everybody did it, all the posts on LinkedIn look the same. And maybe that's also the reason why some of them are a bit different and they perform exceptionally well, because they're not looking to try hard, right? That's also interesting as well. Finally, obviously, there's a big market just for companies to market themselves on LinkedIn as well. So for lead gen on LinkedIn or lead gen agencies targeting, for example, agencies, consultants, coaches, even SaaS, there you have a lot of swipe files as well. This one is a great example. What always works is like stuff that helps with LinkedIn, personal branding, a blueprint, a strategy as well, with like here a scroll through. That's a scroll through video, for example, that shows this. This also works exceptionally well. So if you want the full database with all of these viral posts on LinkedIn for all these different type of agency and B2B industries, types and niches and so on, which we have a lot of them in here, then just click on the link or the button under the video and then leave your detail, and then you get access to this page, which has the entire library apart from what I showed you already in this video. And aside of that, you will also get access to way more trainings to scale your agency or B2B business, A-player hiring, offer, sales, lead gen, way more about SOPs and processes, and then also more trainings linked. So if you haven't, also make sure to check out these trainings on the rest of my channel, subscribe there, and then we will find more trainings on how to generate clients on LinkedIn, as well as for your agency and B2B in general, and scale without spending all time putting out fires in the operations. So click on the link to get the resource, and then I look forward to seeing you on the next videos.